Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense takes the field. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
Yes, he is, Reese, and it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to the run. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship, Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Finds his man. It's Rhodes. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Bulldogs are on the move. The give to the back. Oh, it gives him the tough, stiff arm. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire...
He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's out. Before picking up enough for the first down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, and that They're finding the tight end, and what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Great job by the defense. Force the quarterback to make the throw. You keep him in front of you, get him on the ground. Now it's in fourth down. Now hopefully they bring in the punt unit, and you succeed.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. The missed 51-yard field goal now gives this offense good starting field position at its own 34. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Lincoln. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
He's going to run it. They make the stop, and what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Going to run it. It's O'Grady. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quickly to the tight end. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Georgia going up tempo.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Makes the grab. It's Horn. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
When you run those routes, those crow routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? Back to pass, it's Hurtado. Got his man in the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off play action. Looking to buy time. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Clemson. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Still running at the 40. Running toward the tape. He's at the 20. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Makes the catch. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. At the 35, he's loose. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Good enough.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense. And
all kinds of running room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to...
And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Flips it out to the back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Moving away from pressure. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. The Badgers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Smashes through the tackle. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost one. When it's 2nd and 11. They'll go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Steps away to find some room. Finds the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and
hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he puts through the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Hurtado. Takes the easy one to the back. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Rhodes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the en route there.
Bought a little time. Lets it go. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Dances away. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quarterback looks for a little space. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, men. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Athens. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Badgers will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Bounced off his feet.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Offense set on 1st down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to... Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. The run from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. To the air. It's Lincoln. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Leaves it with the running back. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Rhodes. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I'll tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot tall person. Nearly impossible.
Fires to the big fella. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to throw. Finds his man in the middle. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up as they get set to snap it. Time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Lincoln. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks it up, still on his feet. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Defense.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. And so the quarterback takes one for the team on the roughing the passer penalty, and it'll be 1st down. He's going to pass. And that ball is picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Now on third down for this offense. To the ground to try to move the chains. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give as they work on that clock. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Georgia going up tempo.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw, it's Hurtado. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions.
He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it inside the 15. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Power football with the run. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And they'll knock him down. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs! They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game.
He's got it on the left. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Corners are going to bail. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Back to pass, it's Lincoln. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rose up. That last play, now a 2nd and long coming. Third and goal from way back there. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. And they're just about out of chances.